good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus Winters TV, back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So today we're gonna be doing a book review for Rick Ross's book, Hurricanes. Now, this book, I was very skeptical about it. I wasn't really gonna buy the book at first because Rick Ross been on the Breakfast Club, so...
I read Hurricanes, man. You wasn't scared to tell that much truth?
Man, you know what? I haven't read the book, and to me, you know...
So I was just like... What? You don't know what's in the book? I'm fully aware that most of these people don't write the books, but that just didn't make sense to me. Gave it a read, and I could definitely say that it was definitely a good book. There was no dull moments, and there was definitely no fluff. So I would definitely give it some points for that. I knew a lot of things about Rick Ross. Definitely a fan of Rick Ross, like a lot of his music. He's a really good artist. Definitely cool dude. So I'm gonna give you guys a little summary, a little breakdown of some of the chapters or whatever. So in the book, starts off with a crazy story of the feds breaking into his mansion. Like, that was a real crazy. He talked about how they just broke in and they just like, they put him on the floor, like they roughed up, like all types of stuff. Like, and this was over the incident where like he pistol with the gardener, the guy that was like, the guy that came into his house and threw a whole freaking fiesta while he was gone. And that was really cool. The way the story was told, it was really good. And they get into more of the legal stuff later on. Wingstop, he talks about that, how he started like to get involved in business and stuff like that. He talked about his childhood, how his father like was a heavy cigarette smoker. Eventually later on died of cancer. He talked about the first job he had, which was a car wash. Like, he worked at the car wash just before he started selling drugs. He talked about like how he started hustling things here and there before he started actually selling drugs. He also talked about, which I found very interesting, like he was a really good student. Like, I was like, wow, really? Like, that really like shocked me and threw me off. I couldn't believe it. Like, he was basically getting D's. Like, he got to the point where it's just like in the regular school he was just getting D's. He was a class clown or whatever. So his mom took him out of that school and put him into a private school. So I was like, damn, like, took him into a private school, and then when he went to the private school, like, he still was getting D's. So she's like, oh no, oh no, oh no. So then she took him out of there, and then she put him back into the school that he was into before. But school basically was not his thing. And that's something that I could definitely relate to. Comment down below if you can relate to it. I never liked school. I hated school until I got to 10th grade. And then college, that's when I kind of started liking school. Another thing about the book that he put in there that was really cool, he had a lot of interesting stories too. At one point he couldn't play football because he was overweight. And that was interesting. And the thing I loved about this part was he said that he wore being Fat Boy as a badge of honor. Like, that was his nickname in the hood. That's why everybody called him Fat Boy. So he did not allow people to like him from being fat. I thought that was really cool. Like, he had that confidence. He said he got the confidence from his father, and he was just like, Fat Boy was his thing. He owned up to it. And for all you guys out there, own up to your That's something I learned a long time ago. Own up to it. But fast forward, something that was another interesting thing in the book. Him and his homies, they did a drive-by. You know, they left some shots off in the car. But what I found like interesting about it was he kept it real, and he said in the book, nobody got hit because they wasn't aiming at nobody. It was just warning shots that they were sending, and that I thought was really dope. That was a dope part that I'm happy that he left in the book. He let the shots off, but nobody got hit because he wasn't trying to kill nobody, and wasn't trying to hurt nobody. It was just like, yo, just know that we will do it to you. We will do it to you. Just alone. So, of course, it tells like his upbringing, like how he was getting into the music game. So for a minute, he was not making no bread in the music. It's just about that part I kind of knew, but he goes into more depth about it. He was grinding for a minute, writing songs for people. He even tells about how his label didn't care about him no more for Pretty Ricky. He did a whole freaking album. And then when Pretty Ricky came, he was like, all right, nah, we ain't worrying about you no more. We worried about Pretty Ricky. He was really struggling, like living inside of his car. To go to performances, getting paid $200, like, you know, to open up or whatever, he get paid $200. I'm like, damn. He used to still stay fresh no matter what. He still had to stay fresh and keep up the appearance that he was doing, you know, that he was doing good or whatever when he was really doing bad. He got his own house, the mom was paying the bills, and more. That's how broke he was. He couldn't even afford to really put furniture inside the house. So then he said a friend had told him to come to church. So he said that when he started to go to church, he started praying and asking God for help. He said that's when things just got on the right track. That's when hustling came out. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. That's when that came through. That came through. Somebody sent him the beat, and the chorus was already built in. So that's the song that put him on the map, that got him to where he needed to be. Really? Shout out to God. Praise God. Comment down below if you love God. But that right there, I'm like, yeah, that's a testimony right there. Before getting into the 50 Cent beef, he had beef with Khaled, which was crazy. I'm like, what? Him and Khaled had beef? Like, he had beef with Khaled because he felt like Khaled wasn't supporting his music. I was like, damn, for real? He had beef with Khaled. So he dissed Khaled and he even put a $10,000 bounty on his chain. In the day, DJ Khaled was the DJ. You know, he DJ'd in Miami. So he just felt like, wow, like, you a DJ not bumping my like, you know, he was like, yeah, so he dissed Khaled. He even dissed Trick Daddy. He kept it real. He dissed them all for some, like, I'm mad, I'm trying to get on, and you know, you hot, you doing, and you're not helping me out. He talked about how he dissed T.I. I was like, damn, he dissed T.I. Like, just because, you know, he was mad that they was on and he wasn't. He was hating on them. He made Trick Daddy look like a He talked about being a correctional officer after he got famous. Like, when he got famous, that's when, you know, he decided that he wanted to add that in there. I'm just like, dude, you're supposed to talk about your upbringing. But it's whatever. That's how he decided, you know, to put the book out. It is what it is. He got very disappointed when it came out, that it was really stressful. It takes a real man to admit that he was really stressed out when that thing came out, that he's a correctional officer. Talked about that late inside the book. He said that that's basically something that he had to do because he wasn't making no money. He was just looking to find a real job or whatever. But he talked about how that was really, really stressing him out, and it was getting him on the weed heavy and stuff like that. I was just like, wow. And of course, for all my 50 fans out there, all you guys that know my channel, 50 is my favorite. And for this one, he went in on 50 Cent. When he dissed 50 or whatever, he explained the whole breakdown, where it came from, where, you know, where it ended, where it is now. Like, he talked about the whole thing. It was actually interesting. They told him not to beef with 50. I was like, wow, that's another thing I was surprised that he admitted. They told him not to beef with 50. He just waited for the right time. He also talked about, you know, Robert Greene, for you guys that don't know, that's, you know, 50 and him wrote a book together. He wrote the 48 Laws of Power, so together they wrote the 50 Laws. Didn't abide by a lot of the rules that Robert Greene had in the 48 Laws of Power, 30 Strategies of War, but he went by some of it. Like, he didn't believe in a lot of it, went by some of it. And he said that he used that to crush 50 Cent. I was just like, wow. So he broke down the rules that he used to get at 50, and I was like, damn, like, that's actually interesting. That chapter, he gave it a lot of focus. But he went so far in saying that the song that 50 responded to when he dissed 50 was Candy Shop 2.0. I was like, that had me laughing. I can't even lie. Even when the 50 part was done, he even mentioned 50 at the end of the book. But this book, as far as no fluff, straight to the point, details, I was definitely happy about this book. It definitely was not a waste of my time, period. I would definitely say, out of 1 to 10, I'll definitely give this book, I give this one a solid 8. The book was good. Like, I would say that no less, no higher. It was really, really, really good. Whether you're a Rick Ross fan or not a Rick Ross fan, it's definitely a book that will keep you entertained. It's definitely a book, I would say, for a lot of people, it will definitely inspire you. If you're a heavy book reader, if you like to read books or whatever, definitely pick that book up. I'll definitely say it's a good book. Like, I definitely appreciate good writing, so. Okay guys, we're at the end of the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you read the book already, what you thought about the book. Did I read the book too high, too low? If you're gonna buy it, if you planned on buying it, if you didn't, like, tell me what it's about. And tell me if you got the book, you just didn't read it. I'm saying right now, guys, hey, if all you guys are out there buying books, read the book. Take time out of your day, take an hour out of the day to read the book. 25 pages of the book, and sometimes we'll go higher than 25 pages a day. And that's how I get to finish my books in less than a week. Sometimes 50 pages, sometimes more, but I start off with 25 pages. Especially if I really like the book, it will go higher. It's your boy, G Marcus Winters TV, signing off.